Failure. It's that thing that we all hate, none of us are looking forward to, but we all know that it needs to happen for us to grow. And it plays out differently for all of us because it's one of those things that sneaks up on you. It's not like you expect it to happen. It just kind of sometimes shows up knocking on your doorstep and you're forced to respond. And I think failure is one of those things that when you look at young people, you see the resiliency, you see the commitment to getting better, but you also see that fear of not wanting to be in a position to fail. And I love hearing from young people who aren't afraid to fail. They keep pushing forward, even at the cost of failure.
Okay, the time I got an F, my mom was not happy. Actually, my mom was okay with it, and I'll explain why. Failing classes for me comes from trying to do more than, not that I'm capable of, but more than I'm prepared for. She knows what I'm into. And so she doesn't expect me to get like an A+, like a top grade in a math class, because that's just not gonna happen for me. But if you put me in a writing class, a literature class, girl, I got you. So it's about like knowing myself, and then also like my mom knowing me on like a deeper level. A lot of times we spend our entire lives trying to prove something to other people. And the fear of failing in one thing, like if I fail in like this, if I can't do this one thing that seems super simple to literally everyone else, then I'm gonna be a failure because that's all people are gonna see. They're just gonna see that I didn't succeed in this, and that's not true.
I think failure can be a very terrifying word because that could mean falling down, falling back, or disappointing others. I think the people I'm most afraid to fail would be my parents, since they've sacrificed so much to get us to where we are. I feel like I would have wasted their entire sacrifice and accomplishments. One class kept me away from graduation, and honestly, trying again to get that diploma is gonna make such a difference at the end of the day that there's no point in dropping out or running away from it. Just push through and we'll get there. I don't wanna fail because I know that I can do this and I know my parents will see it. But failing will definitely break their hearts, would break my own heart. And there's definitely a difference between being a failure and failing. Failing means you can still overcome it, still try again. But being a failure means you've completely given up and you're tired, you're not looking for that anymore, which I think is not something anyone should do. I think looking at the positive side and continuing to fight is gonna be the best outcome for you and for everyone around you.
As a creative, especially when you're going through a learning process and you're learning a new skill of like how to express yourself or how you want to articulate something, there's a lot of times that you won't get it right, and you might feel a pressure from other people to get it right. And when other people don't like what you do, you kind of feel like you failed not only them, but you failed yourself because you didn't live up to an expectation that you set for yourself. I feel like a lot of times I judge my success on how other people view what I do. And in those senses, you might seem like you failed in those instances because you haven't pleased everyone or you haven't been successful in that. But something that I've realized is that no matter how many times other people tell you that what you do isn't good enough, that's just gonna be fuel for you to continue growing, continue working, continue grinding, and you're just gonna come back better.
I've failed classes and I feel like stupid or less than. For some reason, something doesn't click when I try to do math, and it's embarrassing. I think a big part of overcoming failure is trying to be kind to yourself, because it can be really easy to compare yourself to others. But truthfully, no matter like what your perception of somebody else is, everybody in their life has experienced failure. They've gone through their own stuff. So just trying to think about it from that perspective of like, I'm not alone. This is something that a lot of people go through with, whether it's in math or whatever it might be in their life, work, another subject in school that maybe you really excel at. So just trying to take that extra step to be nice to yourself. Once you accept failure, you no longer have to be scared of it and you can embrace it.